Hey guys, it's Dana here. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Ask a Question series. And so this series is going to be all about you guys ask a question. I'll do my best to throw in my 2 cents on it, and then I'm going to put it out to the rest of the people in the community. And hopefully, between all of us, we can give you enough input that you can kind of, hold on to what helps and let the rest go. And go on to use your own critical judgment and figure out what maybe the best approach is going to be for how you need to move forward. So, with that said, today's question is from Melanie. Melanie asks, how do I maintain gray rock or, my sanity even when he's pushing all my buttons? I want to cry and tell him what a bastard he is and just spew general hate in his and my replacement's face. They think they're so sneaky. I know he's deliberately doing this to try and push me into a meltdown, which solves nothing except gives him the satisfaction of knowing he still has control over me. What do you do when every button is being pushed? I can't take much more of this carousel ride. Melanie, fantastic question. I think this is something that we all have struggled with. And a couple things. So let me recap first and foremost about what gray rock is. Gray rock is basically, it's a communication strategy that's very helpful in dealing with highly manipulative, dangerous, or destructive people. Gray rock is kind of the alternative to going no contact, which tends to be more of the ideal strategy, which basically, no contact means you're blocking everybody. Not everybody, you're blocking this person across all channels. You're blocking them on Facebook, you're setting up their emails to go directly to spam. You're not engaging with them in any way, shape, or form. Gray rock is for people that, and sometimes gray rock can be a safer approach than no contact. Only you know your situation best. If gray rock or if no contact is really going to inflame your partner and you think make things a lot worse, then sometimes gray rock is better than going no contact. No contact is definitely easiest to do if there's a tremendous amount of distance between you and this other person, and they don't know how to find you. But, gray rock is second best. Gray rock, okay, so you're becoming basically as reactive and as responsive as a gray rock, which is to say not at all, right? This technique takes practice because these people are highly manipulative. They've already assessed all of your strengths and weaknesses. And for us victims, you kind of wake up one day and you realize that you weren't in a marriage, that you in fact were in a manipulation. And that they have been playing this game this whole time with you. And now you wake up and you realize, oh my God, I'm now losing at this game that I never even intended to play. So there's a lot of catching up for those of us that are in that spot that we have to get to. And so with getting good at gray rock, because I think this is such a game for them, I think it's helpful for us to also to view it as a game ourselves. And the best way to do that is to look at people who out there plays games professionally. We can look at professional athletes. I think there's a lot we can learn from them. So how do they go about this and what works for them? Well, they have assessed themselves for their strengths and their weaknesses, right? Their weaknesses also being their vulnerabilities. They've assessed their opponents for their strengths and their weaknesses and their vulnerabilities. And they've laid out some sort of strategy. So, they're not going into, if you're playing baseball, they're not going to go into that game unprepared. They're going to know, they watch hundreds of hours of footage on their opponents and these opposing teams to know what these people are probably going to do. Because everybody kind of like that pitcher, has that one pitch that they're known for, like that fastball or that curveball or whatever. So they know, okay, if this guy comes up to the plate, to the pitching mound, he's going to be throwing me this kind of pitch, most likely. And so I'm going to react to it by using this kind of bat and by this kind of stance and by hitting it at this kind of angle. We have to do the same kind of thing. So, to anticipate what they're going to do. They probably have a few main moves that they tend to use. They're probably going to try to provoke you with criticizing your parenting or your weight, or your height, or your clothes, or your job, or how you were in bed. You know what I mean? Like these are kind of like the top things that they're going to critique you on, that their new partner is everything that you weren't. And they're going to go after your self-esteem. They're going to kind of, in poker, it's called getting a player on tilt. They're going to try to get you on tilt. They're going to try to rattle you enough to where they win. So knowing that going in gives you a huge advantage because you can anticipate that. So if you know that they're most likely going to be going after you on these certain areas, you have to, it helps to, again, okay, what do professional game players do? They tend to have a sparring partner, right? Or they tend to have, when they practice, they're practicing reacting to those pitches. Do the same thing. And you can do this in your head. So if you know that they're going to be attacking you or going after you based on your weight, when they throw that fast pitch at you, you can see it coming and you can just be like, yeah, I totally saw that. I was able to react to it because that's you trying to manipulate me. None of this is real. None of what they're saying is real. They are doing this to hurt you. It's not because that they really think that you're a bad parent or that they really think that you're this terrible, disgusting person. If they really thought you were this terrible, disgusting person, they probably would have never been in a relationship with you to begin with. So realize that too going into it. Whatever they're saying to you does not define you. Does not define you. It defines them. Okay? Whatever they are saying to you does not define you. It defines them. So know that. Do not take this personally at all. It's not personal. It's a game. It's a game. And it's a game that I want you to focus on trying to win. And in going gray rock, it takes practice. Because a lot of those comments, they really do throw a person off. They throw you into off balance. And that's the goal. So it's going to take a little time to get you, to get yourself prepared enough to where you can actually start winning these battles. But once you start seeing their behavior for what it is, it really knocks away a lot of that power and control that they have, because you're not so emotionally engaged in it, because you're no longer treating it as this is this person that I was in a relationship with. Instead, you can now make that mental shift to this is a person who I was in a manipulation with. And it's easier to kind of distance yourself emotionally from that. So yeah, they're going to say a lot of really hurtful things. Try to prepare yourself for it. Don't take it personally. Know your strengths and weaknesses. Know their strengths and weaknesses. Try to guard your emotions. Do not become as reactive if you can at all help it. Smile and nod. Practice smiling and nodding when they say really messed up things, and then you can go in the bathroom or you can go in your car and you can turn up the music and you can scream and you can cry, and then you can come email us and then we will walk you through it. But do try really hard to not give them the satisfaction of knowing that they upset you, because that's what they thrive on. So that's my response to it. I'll be curious to see what everybody else has to say. Again, I have closed comments on YouTube for these videos because I want to be able to screen the comments effectively and make sure that there are no like trollish or hateful or hurtful comments coming through. These videos are all going to be put on my website. Again, there will be a link down below in the description area to my website where you can comment. I will manually approve all of these comments. So if you're trolling and you're out there to spread a bunch of garbage, like too bad, too sad, like you're not going to get through. So know that. So if you guys have a question, again, you can email me, dana@narcissistsupport.com. It's in the description area. I wish you guys all of the health and healing possible. Know that you are not alone. You are not crazy, and that you really can heal from this. And as always, the best revenge is a good life. So let's focus on building that. You guys got this. You can totally do this. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.